I'm Caitlin, and if you could introduce yourself.
My name is Maliviwe. My surname is Manyakanyaka. I'm from the Eastern Cape in South Africa. I have Masters of Science in Agricultural Economics. I specialize in economics, marketing, and everything science related and agricultural related. I am a tutor and course developer at Warner Bros.
What was the exact moment you realised traditional farming needed a climate upgrade?
To me, it became clear when farmers started saying that seasons are no longer behaving the way that they used to, and also rainfall arrives a little bit later than usual. Also, heat waves are much stronger, and then pests appear in new places that they've never seen before. So, traditional practices that worked for decades, they suddenly became unreliable, and that is when it became obvious that agriculture does need to adapt and become more climate resilient.
What was the biggest myth people believe about climate smart farming?
There's quite a lot of myths when it comes to climate smart farming, but the biggest one of them all that I've observed is that it is expensive, which is it's quite not, and it is complicated. So in reality, many climate smart practices are simple and they're very low cost. For an example, mulching and crop rotations are better water and also better water management. So often they actually reduce costs over time. So those are not expensive practices at all.
So why would you say people see it as complicated?
The climate smart agricultural practices themselves. I think the word itself, the terminology, they get
Mm-hmm.
scared when you say climate smart. Then they
Yeah,
jump
okay.
and that's difficult. Yeah, for
Thank
rich people, that's for farmers, that's for commercial farmers. But you can actually do simple practices such as mulching and crop rotation. Every farmer can do that, even if you're farming in your backyard. That's also part of climate smart practices.
If you could give one piece of advice to a farmer who is skeptical about climate change, what would it be?
I'd say focus on risk management rather than on the debate because that's not going anywhere. So also climate smart practices make farms more resilient to droughts, floods and unpredictable weather. So even if someone doubts climate change, these strategies still protect yield and income anyway.
What are the three pillars of climate smart agriculture?
The three pillars are productivity, adaptation or resilience, and mitigation. But to just expand on them a little bit, productivity, we mean increasing or sustaining farm yields, whereas in adaptation or resilience, as some call it, it's helping farms cope with changing weather and climate risks. And when mitigation is concerned, it's about reducing agriculture's contribution to greenhouse gas emission.
Could you just expand on why we should care about the three pillars?
As well, we should care because agriculture must produce more food while we are facing harsher environmental conditions at the moment.
Could you share one quick win strategy from your course that a farmer could implement tomorrow?
Said a lot of practices in climate smart are not expensive at all. So mulching, I'll give mulching an example. Covering, which is covering soil with organic material like crop residues or grass. It helps retain moisture. It reduces weeds. It also improves
Hmm.
overall soil health and protects crops during heat and dry spells. So, like I said, any farmer, even if you're farming in your backyard, you can actually do that.
How does this course help someone not just save the planet, but also increase their profit?
Well, the course focuses on practical techniques that reduce input cost, improve soil fertility, increase water efficiency, and stabilize results. So, healthier soils and better resource management usually mean higher productivity and lower costs.
Would you pick regenerative agriculture or precision farming?
Regenerative agriculture.
And would you say the biggest climate threat is drought or unpredictable frost?
Drought.
What is your favorite tool in a climate smart toolkit?
Healthy soil.
And what is one word to describe the future of food?
We need to produce food that is resilient, which means sustainable practices.
Um,
That is, we can produce food now, and we don't have the future generations so that they can't make food going forward. So
well,
we need to
perfect.
make resilient food production.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Lovely meeting you again.
Lovely. Bye.
Bye.